Hi everyone! In today's video we're gonna be doing some prep for the fall season. So what I mean by that, it's mostly getting our closets cleaned out, making sure we have proper clothes and shoes for the next season. So it's actually for fall and the winter as well, since fall in the Chicago area does not last long. It's mostly the winter. So I want to make sure we have, the snowshoes and we have the winter gear, all that squared away before the snow actually gets here. Because last year, I remember I had to run to the store and get my son's shoes because I was a little late to the game. So I don't want to repeat last year. So we're doing it pretty early this year. If you are new here, hi, my name is Magda, and on my channel you're gonna find content about house and time management for working moms. So if this is something that resonates with you, make sure that you subscribe down below so you don't miss any of my future videos. So let's get into it. So the very first thing I do is I go through my kids' closets. So I basically go through their clothes, anything that they have outgrown, I just put it away either in a pile that goes directly to the garbage because they're so used up, I don't want to give it to anybody else, or if it's a hand-me-down, if it's still clean, it's still usable, I put it away in a bag and I give it to either my sister or my sister-in-law. And for my daughter, I also go through the hand-me-downs that we got from my sister-in-law. Because I went through it in the spring, I took out everything already out of the bin. So I just double-checked to make sure that there is nothing from the 5T, but there wasn't, so I didn't take anything new out of the bins. I did, however, later on in the video, go through the shoes. And I did find a few that actually are fitting her right now or gonna fit her pretty soon. And if you have any hand-me-downs, you have to really get into the habit of double checking that you don't actually have things before you go to the store and buy them, because it happened a few times when I bought something and then I opened the bin, I'm like, well, it's right here, I didn't have to buy that. did the same thing with my son's closet and his dresser. Went through it pretty quickly. Anything that he has outgrown went directly, like I said before, either trash or as a hand-me-down to my sister-in-law. So the process didn't really take that long. I think it's mostly for me just getting mentally in the space where I actually need to go and do it. But once I start doing it, it really takes me only a few minutes. Especially if you get into the habit of that and do it, like twice or even 3 times a year, it goes by really, really quickly. So let me know in the comments, how often do you go through your kids' closets? Is it twice a year? Do you do it before each season? I guess it depends where you live, but let me know in the comments. I'm interested to know how often you do that. Another thing that I do for each season is making sure that I have a change of clothes for each of my kids in a car. So I put them in a Ziploc bag and I just put them in the trunk of a car. So in case we are out and about summer, somebody gets dirty and need a change of clothes, I have it right there. And I just have to make sure that the clothes are appropriate for the season because it does me no good if it's in the middle of winter and I have shorts for them. It's not gonna help me in any way. So that's the tip for you if you have older kids, because with small ones, I had that in a diaper bag. Since my kids are now 8 and 4, almost 5, it just makes it easier for me to have just a change of clothes in the trunk of a car. I rarely ever need to use it, but put it in a Ziploc bag, throw it in the trunk of a car, and it's just there in case of an emergency. Okay, so now that we have sorted through all the clothes in the kids' closet and in my closet, I'm gonna take just a piece of paper and write down anything that we need to buy that we don't have for like the fall and winter season. Okay, let's see what we need. And one of the things I definitely check for is winter jackets. So last year I bought size 7, 8. So he's 8 right now, it still fits. So I purposely buy something that can last for 2 seasons instead of 1. And same thing with his snow pants. Okay, so now that I have a list, it helps me a lot because I tend to go to a store and just buy things because they're there and I think they need it, but they don't really need that much. I just need to grab like a few pairs of pants for my son because he has some 7s and some 8s. Now, because we are doing school from home, if the pants are a little short, I don't think it's a big deal, but that way, in case they do go back to school, or if we have some, after school activities, I want to make sure that he actually has pants that are long enough. So mainly pants for him, and for like winter, just some snow gloves because the ones he had last year have like a giant hole in them. So they're not gonna work anymore. I still left them, so if he wants to like play outside and the other ones are soaking wet, he can use that. That's kind of a backup. But that's basically it. So if you are changing wardrobes from seasons, I highly recommend going through the clothes, writing down what you actually need so you don't overspend on things that you don't actually need. That is all I have for you in this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you like it, that you are subscribed so you don't miss any of my future ones. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.